Dominick Cruz. We have a new champion, Cody Garbrandt.
Dominic, obviously a tough night for you tonight.
What was tough about it?
Walking away with the loss, of course.
Loss is part of life. If you don't have loss, you don't grow. This isn't tough, this is life. What can you do, man? I mean, this is part of it, is losing. And part of life is losing. I think everybody here can say, one time or another, maybe not in a fight, but you felt like a loser. And how do you come back from it? Let's see, I know myself. I've lost before. It has been a long time, but I'm confident in my abilities. I'm confident in my mind. I'm confident at where I stand with everybody else in this division.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building. I'll be breaking down the legend of the game, Dominick Cruz versus Pedro Munhoz. Great fight in the bantamweight division. I love it. Y'all know me, big Dominick Cruz fan. I mean, Dominic and Frankie Edgar are one of the two guys that really got me into the sport of MMA. I mean, I wasn't really I knew about Dominic and Frankie, but I wasn't really paying attention. I ain't gonna lie. I started really paying attention at UFC 165, but I'm pretty sure Frankie fought Gray Maynard at UFC 125. I think 125. So 125. I might be wrong. UFC 125. Oh, I think I'm right. Right. UFC Resolution. That's when they were doing. They were naming the events. Chris Lieben versus Brian Stan. That's interesting. Brandon Vera versus Thiago Silva was a draw. Nate Diaz fought on this card. All right, let me stop talking about that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I grew up with these guys. And Dominic and Frankie were, wrestlers that were just really, really cool to really watch. And Frankie was so dope, and Dominic was so dope, and just their runs and stuff like that were dope. Now, I didn't know about Dominic in the WEC. I'm just gonna be honest about that, but I was a lot familiar with him when he fought Mighty Mouse, and he did his thing in there, and he fought like Uriah Faber in the rematch, and he was just such a dope fighter. And I was so sad when he got injured. And then when he made his comeback, y'all, bro, against Mizukaki, right? It was against Mizukaki, and he finished him. And then he got hurt again, right? And then they scheduled him against, obviously you had Renan Barão, little era come up. He had his little come up. Then TJ Dillashaw, right? And they were hyping TJ Dillashaw up like crazy. Dude, I have never seen so many people try to do that bullshit-ass footwork, right, that TJ does. Right, it was some wannabe Dominick Cruz footwork, and it ain't. Hey, it's not as good as the first one. It's just that simple. That applies to everything. They say that about movies, and I'm gonna say that about the goddamn Cruz footwork. Right, that wannabe snake tried to take from Cruz, and you had dummies like Travis Brown trying to do it, and he tore his fucking ACL. Good on Travis. You shouldn't have tried to do the punk ass footwork, right? But yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. They were hyping him up. All my friends were saying TJ was it. And I still got a lot of homies that love this dummy, right? But it was like the icing on the cake. I knew that Dominic is my boy. I'm always going to stick with Dominic. I'm never going to leave Dominic, right? That's my boy. And it was good to know that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I left Dominic one time, but we'll talk about that. But it was good to know when Dominic went out there. I knew he was gonna beat. I knew in my heart, I'm like, he could beat that motherfucker. Man, that kid ain't as good as everyone think he is, right? He outclassed him. It was first 3 rounds easy. All right, I'm tired of people saying that was a robbery. Get some goddamn glasses, blood. All right, I don't appreciate that. He schooled him, made him look like a fool. All right, TJ Dillashaw ain't been the same since. I'm just playing, but he ain't do career altering damage, but he did damage that ego TJ was hitting air. That boy TJ was hitting air for the first 3 rounds. It was in those man, I don't even give him the 4th round. 4-1, nigga. 4-1 Dominick, boy. Alright? I honestly made this video I'm being honest with y'all, just to talk shit about that. Because some of y'all I noticed TJ fans like to act like that's a win. No, you got schooled. All right, and he wasn't even fully healthy too. Just gonna say that. But it was awesome. It was a crowning moment for him, and then he fought, Faber in the trilogy. It was almost like a send off. Like, all right, Faber, dummy. Let's just finish you off, right? Let's give you another, the 100th title shot. Let's finish you off, right? Skater boy punk, right? And he does his thing, and then, it was. I liked Cody Garbrandt though. I really did. So it didn't hurt too bad seeing him, when what's it called, beat Dominic, because I did like him, but it did hurt me because I did pick Dominic in that one. And it was, it was Uriah Faber's prodigy. He got it back for Faber, and he beat Dominick Cruz. He schooled him, and obviously, sadly, he fought my boy Cejudo, and y'all know me. I'm probably one of the biggest Cejudo fans of all time, and I think I still have that video on there. It's hella old, but I ended up picking Cejudo. I'm not a fan of it. I didn't like it. I didn't even like they made the fight. It broke my heart that they made the fight, but it did break my heart seeing Dominic go out. Like, Dominic looked just so bad in there, man. He looked out of shape. It looked like he was trying to replicate the footwork, and he did not look good in there. Cejudo looked, amazing. I rewatched that fight recently. People hate on him. He pushed him. Before that, he was chopping his legs off, y'all. Like, he looked crazy good. His wrestling looked good. He slammed Dominic at one point. Now, Dominic's wrestling was still pretty good. He was able to scramble up pretty quickly. But, Cejudo looked amazing. Caught him with that knee, finished him. He was going to finish him eventually. He was. As much as I like Cruz, and they should have never put him in there with him. That was just dumb. They're just not fair to him. But it is what it is. But then he hit the strength and conditioning. He put in so much work. I could tell it was like, what? That loss did something to Dominic, in my humble opinion. It made him more motivated, and I feel like ever since that loss, I really truly believe he really wants to go get that belt. And I think there is a world where Dominic can compete with these top 5 guys. I watched his footwork. I saw how well he did against Casey Kenny. I rewatched the fight. I was so impressed in that first round. That second round was pretty close. But, that first round, he kind of dominated Casey Kenny. Casey couldn't touch him, right? And then he won the third round. I feel like Dominic's wrestling, if he tucked that up a little bit, and he made that more of a weapon, I think Dominic can be a really lethal dude and against these top 5 guys. I think Dominic can't beat Jose Aldo in a 3-rounder. I don't think Dominic can beat any of these guys in a 3-rounder. I shouldn't say any of these guys. I don't think he can beat, let me think of guys like, I think he could beat Merab. But I don't think he can beat Jan in even a 5-rounder. I think he beats Corey Sandhagen. I think he can beat him. But there's a lot of guys I don't think he could. I'm trying to think. There's a lot. I think Ricky Simone might give Dominic problems. Honestly, I think that's a hard fight for Dominic. But Dominic's wow. I talked 8 minutes straight about Dominick Cruz. I haven't even said nothing about Pedro. That's crazy. I just peeped that. Well, that's Frank Edgar's son. I know I know y'all mad about that one. I feel bad. This breakdown's all over the place. I am so tired, y'all. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted to get this video done. yeah, back to what I'm saying. Dominick, he's a legend of the game. He's done everything he's needed to do. And he's just a great fucking fighter. And I really, really root for him hard. And this is probably just going to be an appreciation video of Dominick Cruz. So hopefully he gets it done against Pedro Munhoz. Now, Pedro Munhoz, he poses a lot of threats. Dude, I feel really bad. I haven't said nothing about Munhoz, but I'm probably going to end this video in like 3 minutes. But he poses a lot of threats, the leg kicks, right, the submission game. And he has really good jiu-jitsu. But, I mean, Pedro Munhoz looked like he got taken down by Frankie. I mean, Frankie was able to survive some of those, submissions. Well, he didn't even put him in any, but he got right back up. I think his submission game's kind of overrated. I think a lot of guys, they say that because he submitted Font. But I think Dominick Cruz can take him down and stay there and, get control time. I think he has a reach advantage of 3 inches. I think Dominick's just a better fighter, man. Dominick's a world champion. I think he's going to kick out Pedro Munhoz from the bantamweight division. He's going to send his ass back to flyweight. Well, not back to flyweight, but he's going to send his ass to flyweight and let him know, like, little boy, I'm a former world champion, little man. You ain't on my level. So, my boy Dominick, dude, I feel so bad. This is probably the most disrespectful video I've ever done. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Pedro looked really good against Jimmy Rivera, but yeah, that's gonna be old news. He's about to be on a 2-fight losing skid, and Dominick is gonna look amazing in there. So I'm gonna take Cruz by decision. Yeah, it's just levels, bro. Levels, man. You have to understand there's levels to this game. Pedro's striking. I mean, Aldo schooled him. Frankie schooled him. I think Dominick's going to school him. I don't think he's ever learned anything in his fights. He kind of got in a leg kick brawl with Rivera, and he won it because of his toughness. And Rivera showed his lack of durability in that fight. But I don't think Dominick is lacking durability. I mean, he has lacked a lot of durability, but in a fight, he hasn't shown that, really. I think Dominick's going to school him. And I got Dominick Cruz by decision. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. You gotta go with the Dominator, right? You always got to. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. Go follow me on my Instagram. Go follow me on my Twitter. Team Dominick Cruz, you already know. And yeah, love y'all and goodbye. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Go click the notification button, like, comment, share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all and goodbye. Have a great day. And yeah, if you're not picking Dominick Cruz, your mama don't love you. All right, see you.
Man, I'm done talking to you. You can't be done talking to me. You're right here facing me, dummy. You gotta talk to me. You have no choice. You got nowhere to go. Keep talking.
It's funny he likes to say that I'm not the brighter guy when I'm the one that's got the college degree. I'm the one that went through school, that was enrolled in grad school and decided to fight afterwards, when you've been nothing but a jock your entire life and wanted to fight.
Buddy, you might want to show that diploma next time you're at an interview with me so you look a little smarter, because you don't talk smart.